Everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to take a look at the top 11 percentage gainers on the StockTwits watch list that I have going right now. These are the top gainers to end Friday on the list that I have on StockTwits. You can check that out. Look me up on Ospreyeye, and you can check us out at MyChartCoach.com if you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis. We do teach during the trading day in our chat. So yeah, let's check out KBSF. Okay, notice it was closed overbought on Fasto and RSI. There was a bullish crossover on ADX. The big move on Friday was the move above the 50, 100, 200, and 300-day simple moving averages. Notice the close above the 300-day simple moving average at 873. That's going to be the key level to hold on a pullback. Notice the giant volume spike. There was a clue on Thursday that this was heating up with the parabolic SAR bull flip. Notice the green dots were below the candles and the little volume spike. There were also crossovers on MACD that signaled this run was starting. Okay, for breakout plays, we like to use the weekly chart. This is the KBSF weekly chart. Each candle represents 1 week of trading. The bullish move on here this week is the close above the 50-week simple moving average. That's this green line right here. Notice the close above. Bulls want to see that turn into support along with the middle Bollinger Band. That could signal the possible start of a new uptrend, and that would put the 100-week moving average at 29.92 on deck. This August high close and the high close back here in February, there was a close above both levels. You want to see that turn into support. So Bulls, you want to see that share price stay above 10. Okay, let's look at the next ticker. The next ticker is PLUG. PLUG had a really nice day on Friday. This is one of those dead cat bounce plays. Notice RSI closed in the 50 to 70 bull zone. That was really good. Fasto closed above 80. So now it's in the overbought power zone. There was a bull cross on ADX. There was a parabolic SAR bullish flip. Notice the green dots are now below the candles. Check out this long, nasty downtrend. The candles were riding EMA 4, resistance lower. That is the pink line. There was a close above all three EMAs, EMA 4, 8, and 13, and the middle Bollinger Band on Friday. So this was a very bullish move. We've been watching the stock for the last couple months waiting for a move like this. So what we want to see is the middle Bollinger Band at 107 turn into support and a break above the 50-day simple moving average at 123. If it can get above that, then it could run to the 100 at 130. On a pullback, you want to see that middle Bollinger Band hold. There was a big volume spike, the parabolic SAR bullish flip, and there were crossovers on MACD. All those are signs that the chart is heating up. Okay, let's look at another one. This is another old school name, blast from the past. Sears Holding, SHLD. Probably haven't talked about this ticker in a long time. The RSI is above the 30 oversold line. Fasto is above the 20 oversold line. You got a bull cross on ADX with plus DI crossing ADX, and now it's starting to cross minus DI, the red line. Okay, so this is what we call a bear trap. Notice that Sears had this, SHLD had this big gap up open. The open is up here above the middle Bollinger Band, and then it pulled back, forming this black candle. The close is down here at 696. What this shows is that even though SHLD was up on the day, the bears were in control into the close. Notice back here, the last time a black candle formed, a red candle formed and a pullback continued. So bulls, you want to see a break back above the middle Bollinger Band. That level needs to turn into support at 760. If it fails, it could signal continuation of this downtrend and possible gap fill. You want to see the candle stay above the EMA A's 4, 8, and 13 support. There was a giant volume spike on Friday. There was a parabolic SAR bullish flip. There was a crossover on the 8, 13, and 5 time frame for MACD. Bulls, you want to see this 12, 26, and 9 MACD line cross over. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one is Immu. Okay, this is a stock that was breaking out today. On Friday, and it closed above 70 on RSI. On Fasto, it closed in the 50 to 80 bull zone. The ADX with plus DI and minus DI shows a bullish crossover with plus DI crossing ADX to the upside. If you look down here, you'll see that there was this big breakout on Friday. Notice that there a long upper wick formed on the candle. That upper wick does show profit taking, and along with the big volume spike. So if the candles do work back into the bands, there could be a gap fill. Notice there's a gap between high of day on Thursday and low of day on Friday. Bulls, you just want to see this middle Bollinger Band hold for this uptrend to continue. Notice how there's a multi-month uptrend going on. The one red flag is this upper wick. It does show profit taking, possible dilution. mentioned, there was a parabolic SAR bullish flip, crossovers on both MACD timeframes. When a stock is breaking out like this, you know, we always recommend taking a look at the weekly chart. And so let's look at the Immu weekly chart. Each candle on this chart represents 1 week of trading. As you can see, there was a breakout above this high close back in May. Notice the high close here in May, and then there was a break above that level. So that is signaling more upside potential. So you want to see this 460 to 480 range turn into support, and you want to see this uptrend continue. Notice how candles are writing EMA's 4 and 8 support higher above the middle Bollinger Band. This uptrend started right here in November on this candle. As long as this trend continues, the signal is to ride. Notice there was a giant volume spike on Friday, and yeah, so this chart has been very strong with a big push on Friday. So we'll just have to see if it's going to consolidate before it heads higher. Okay, let's look at another old school ticker name, SKX. Okay, this is Skechers. Haven't heard about this in a long time till Friday. You know, pop back up on our radar here, and you've got Fasto above 80. You have RSI pushing 70. Bullish crossover on 80X with plus DI crossing minus DI. This had a big giant gap up open, and then it ran above the 300-day simple moving average at 27.18. That's going to be the key level to turn into support. Notice there was some profit taking on this upper wick. So the close was above the upper Bollinger Band. If you look back here in December, it closed above the upper Bollinger Band, and the candles work back into the bands. So if they do work back into the bands, you want to see the 300-day simple moving average hold. If there is a break below that, you could see a drop down here to fill the gap. There's the 200-day simple moving average at 25.74 and the 50-day simple moving average at 25.14 or just below. As long as this middle Bollinger Band holds, the uptrend should continue. Just real quick, we'll just take a look at this weekly chart, since this is another breakout play. And as you look at the SKX weekly chart, each candle represents 1 week of trading. Once again, the bullish development for SKX is the close above the 50-week moving average. Notice this green line. Notice how the candles had been below it for the last year. Now this close above with the parabolic SAR bullish flip is on a volume spike is signaling more upside potential. So the next target is going to be this 100-week simple moving average at 30.77. We want to see the 50-week simple moving average turn into support. There was a bull cross on 80X. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is MATN. This stock here is a very thinly traded stock. Notice the very low volume, only 137,000 shares on Friday, so 132,000 shares traded on Friday. So this is thinly traded, not everybody's cup of tea. There was some big volume back here in December. This made our radar with the break above the close above the 100-day simple moving average here at 464. If that can turn into support, there could possibly be a run up to the 200-day simple moving average at 559. There was a parabolic SAR bullish flip. There was bullish crossover on both time frames on MACD, and RSI is heated up. You have Fasto now above 80. Okay, so MATN, keep an eye on that thinly traded ticker because it is back in play. WRN, here's a copper play, a small cap copper play that had a nice move last week. Notice it was on a 3-day run. RSI is in the 50 to 70 bull zone. You have Fasto almost maxed at 97. 100 is maxed on MACD on Fasto. Down here in 80X, you have this bullish crossover. Notice the green line crossed the black line to the upside. That's signaling the bulls are heating up. There is this gap. There's a space on the chart between high of day on Thursday and low of day on Friday. If the candles do pull back, you can see that gap fill. You want to see the EMA4 at 144 support hold. Friday's candle did close above the upper Bollinger Band, so it was getting a little frothy. Notice this closed above the upper Bollinger Band, they pulled back, closed above the upper Bollinger Band, pulled back. I mean, this one here closed above and then it had another push higher. You know, here it closed above and then it consolidated. So you could get another push higher, or it might consolidate in. What you want to see is you want to see the closing price back here on the 27th of December and on the what looks like the 3rd of January here, or this first week of January high close. You want to see these levels turn into support. They're just below 160, between 155 and 160. You want to see that hold and launch off of that push higher. If it pulls back, as long as this middle Bollinger Band holds, the uptrend should continue. Notice there were bull crosses on MACD on both time frames last week, and there was a giant volume spike to close the day. So there's big money pushing this Friday higher. So that's always a good sign when there's buyers into the close. And then let's look at OCUL. Whoops. Let's see here. Let's see here. OCUL. OCUL here had a very bullish move on Friday. RSI still in the 50 to 70 bull zone. Fasto's above 80. You had a bull cross on 80X. Notice that the candle on Friday closed above the 200, 100, 300, and 50-day simple moving averages. If those all three levels turn into support, then you can see it push higher. There is a small gap here, so if it does pull back, you want to see the middle Bollinger Band hold. Bulls would really like to see candles stay above the 50-day simple moving average at 803. That would be the key level to launch off. Notice that the high close back here was right here at 87, just below 875. It's going to need a break above this December 19th close to head on up to the 9s and 10s, and so that's going to be the key level to break next week. If it fails to break this 875 zone resistance, it could pull back and test these simple moving averages. There was a giant volume spike. There was a parabolic SAR bullish flip last week. Look at the green dots below the candles, and there were bullish crossovers on MACD. Look at the 12, 26, and 9 crossed over at about midweek. So this chart is heating up. It just needs to have some follow through. Okay, let's look at FCEL. This is just like plug. This is another dead cat bounce play. Notice here the candles have been riding the middle Bollinger Band lower, failing to break resistance. Well, and then they had been riding EMA 4 for several weeks lower without closing above. Friday's close above EMAs 4, 8, and 13 was very bullish. Notice there's no upper wick or lower wick on the candle. That's a full Marubozu candle, and that means that there's no upper or lower wick. The bulls controlled the action from the opening till the close. Notice that low of day was the first trade and high of day was the last trade. That's maximum bullishness. So people were just buying really, really heavy. And so if this continues, what we want to see is a close above the middle Bollinger Band at 154. If you can get above the middle Bollinger Band, then we're looking at a run to the 50-day simple moving average at 181. This has been such a nasty downtrend that it's going to be a huge accomplishment if it can close above the middle Bollinger Band and turn it into support. So if that happens, it should not be overlooked. That could be a major trend reversal. If history repeats, it's going to hit 154 and pull back. Might close above, but then if history repeats, it's going to fail to turn middle Bollinger Band as support, and the downtrend is going to continue. So for this play, we're looking for a bullish change in trend. Some things heating up are MACD bullish crossovers on both time frames and the bullish volume spike. Notice that minus DI crossed 80x to the downside. And there was an uptick on plus DI. That's showing the bulls are heating up, along with RSI and Fasto both broke above oversold levels to close the week. Those are bullish developments. Okay, let's look at ACUR. This is another healthcare stock. The healthcare stock sector has been on fire. We just had play after play last week that was running. You have RSI and Fasto in the bull zone with the bullish crossover on Fasto, uptick on plus DI. This had a giant move last week on the 7th. It pulled back, consolidated. Notice how it closed above the upper Bollinger Band, worked back into the bands, and then it bounced, and now it's back above this 100-day simple moving average and above the EMA 4. It did close above the upper Bollinger Band, so if it pulls back into the bands, what we want to see now is we want to see the 100-day simple moving average at 994 turn into support and this EMA 4 hold and the uptrend continue. Okay, there's volume behind this move. Notice how there was really low volume before this play during the downtrend. As long as there's volume and candles are forming above the middle Bollinger Band, this will be in play. For this type of low average volume play, you always want to be gone when the volume disappears or before the volume disappears. Because it can be difficult to sell thinly traded stocks when the volume dries up. So that's something to keep in mind when you're playing these healthcare stocks. You want to stick with the sector as long as it's hot, but then as soon as it cools down, you want to be careful with these small cap plays because you don't want to get caught holding the bag. Okay, RSI is in the 50 to 70 bull zone. Fasto's in the 50 to 80 bull zone. This is for AVEO. This is another healthcare sector stock. There was a bullish development on Friday. You had the bullish crossover on plus DI, and then it was this close above the 50-day simple moving average, the EMAs 4, 8, and 13, and the middle Bollinger Band that put this on our top 11 list as the number 11 top percentage gainer on Friday. for the list that we have going. Our list is mainly small caps and ETFs. We do have some big board stocks that, or large cap stocks that are in play that have big volume. But the purpose of the StockTwits list of plays, watch list, is to keep track of all the small cap plays. That's mainly our focus. We're always looking for big percentage gainers. And so if you look here, there was a bullish crossover on MACD on the 8, 13, and 5. What we want to see is we want to see the 12, 26, and 9 crossover, the middle Bollinger Band turn into support, and a run to the 100-day simple moving average at 678. That's the next target. If it can get above the 100-day simple moving average, it could run to the 200. Okay, if you enjoy viewing this video and you'd like to learn more, please check us out at MyChartCoach.com and our YouTube channel at MyChartCoach.com. We are going to be putting out more videos. That we're going to put out a marijuana sector video today for those that like to trade the marijuana sector. So please keep an eye out for that. You know, we cover all sorts of stocks, and what we try to do is we try to explain how to trade them using charts and technical analysis. If you'd like to learn more, please check us out, MyChartCoach.com. Okay, thank you.